Clearing the crease. Oh. Clearing the crease. Hey, hey,
Welcome back to another edition of the Clearing the Crease podcast powered by Ozoon. Well played. I am James Cybulski. Uncle Barney, Matthew Barnaby back in the house. Razor, Andrew Raycroft, Mike Commodore, Commie, as you all know and love. And how about this? Former, you talk about a guy who's played in all the Canadian markets here, really kind of went coast to coast. Former Vancouver Canuck, former Calgary Flame, former Toronto Maple Leaf, and former Montreal Canadiens and Stanley Cup winner. Gary Leeman in the house. Gary, how are you, man? Thanks for
coming, Gary. Thanks for coming.
Nice to be here, guys.
I kind of had a moment where it's like, yeah, you're part of that 93 team, and that's so much is talked about with Patrick Waugh kind of carrying this band of misfits, if you will. A team that was kind of perceived as they have no business, but the last team to win a Stanley Cup on Canadian soil, you were part of. Please, when is that curse going to end? Who would have thought that you would have been the last Canadian squad to win it?
Not us. We, it was a great experience, and we've been carrying that torch for so long. We want to pass it off.
I think we all.
The Canadian fans, they're suffering. So we need some winners here, and we don't know if we're ever going to get it here.
But, we're trying to figure that out earlier. Barney doesn't like the chances.
Yeah.
0.000.
That's what he said.
But I'm not surprised that Montreal has, the last standing team this year. They've built it properly, and I feel like there's a lot of similarities. We kind of grew together. I got there the year that we won, so I was traded there in January, late January. And so I didn't really feel like the team didn't have a chance. I wasn't really sure how good that team was. I actually had a choice when I was leaving Calgary, because I had to fire my agent to get out of Calgary.
Why?
Well, because I was getting the bone from the coach, who.
You feel good?
Not.
Sorry, my mind went somewhere else.
Who's your coach? You know those situations, right? So I had played in the World Juniors for Dave King. So, and I was aware of him as a coach and whatnot. And
who was like Mr. Hockey Canada through the 80s.
Mr. Hockey Canada, for sure. Mr. Clean in front of the camera and all that stuff. But things started to change, and I let Ricky, my first agent, Rick Kern, know when they hired Dave in the summertime that we might have a problem. I turned him down twice for the World Championships, and I knew there could be a problem.
They don't take that well.
They don't like that shit.
They don't take that very well.
Yeah. So, and I had played like shit the year before there, but I had a great camp the next year. I was ready, and things were going well. And then it started to happen. And once that started, I got in front of it, and I said, Rick, here it's coming now, right? So I'd play well, and then not play the next game. We'd lose. I'd get back in, contribute, Anyhow, it went on too long, and I said...
But you were in and out of the lineup, essentially.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't at the beginning. Like, I was playing.
You're playing well.
So I said, Rick, listen, I can't do this too long. So something's going to have to happen. He talked to Al Coates, Al McNeil, really good hockey guys, great guys. Yeah, wonderful guys. And they said, look, we want this trade to work. And I said, well, it's not going to work if I'm not in the lineup, right? So I had become closer with Don Meehan because he wanted to get involved with the racehorses. And so I set him up with Sue Leslie, a good trainer, and Rob Landry, a good jockey, and all that stuff. But really good people that, in that industry, you got to be really careful who you're.
Yeah, we learned that lesson yesterday. Commie.
We had every horse.
We still lost.
We shot our 4 horses.
They're all going to the glue factory after.
Yeah, it's easy to be a historian in that game, isn't it? I looked at it after. I said, why wouldn't I like this top jockey? You know, whatever. You know. So anyhow.
So you get connected with Don Meehan.
Yeah. So we bought a couple horses together. So you know, I was friendly with him, and he brought some of the guys, and Cujo and Hatcher Brothers and LaFontaine and these guys. So we were having fun, you know, spending a little bit of money, but you know, you're not held. It's not you with, you know,
None of
with,
your own.
Big expense.
Yeah, you're splitting it up.
You're splitting it up.
And those horses are
little
cheap.
cynic, little hockey
I
cynic,
dabble
right?
too. And, you know,
Yeah.
those things eat.
Do they ever?
Oh,
Look at the
God.
size of you.
The shitty ones do too.
Yeah, there you go.
So anyhow, I said to Donnie, I said, listen, I'm having a problem here, and what do you suggest? This was actually after I said to Rick, look, you got to get me out of here. And I gave him a deadline. I said, we're in New York in 2 weeks. Let's meet after the game and have some good news for me, right? So we met, and I said, what's going on? He says, they won't trade you. I said, Ricky, I got to let you go. And it was hard because I had him 10 years. So I was pretty confident, and so was Don, that, you know, he was going to. Anyhow, so I called Don the next day, and I said, Don, I made the move. He says, okay, sit tight. He called me the next day, and he says, where do you want to go? Minnesota, Chicago, Montreal, or Philadelphia?
You had those four options.
So I had those
four
four
options.
options.
Those are all good, Mark.
The next day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The next day. So I said Chicago right away because I love playing in Chicago. Just, you know, make
Back to
my
the
hair
Norris.
was
Back to the Norris there.
Yeah.
It's the team I probably knew the best too, and I liked the way they played and all that stuff. And they had some good players. I was hoping to
Well,
play
this is
with
also at the same
Savard
time
and
they had
stuff
just
like
gone to
that.
the Cup final, I think, the year prior too,
Yeah.
right around that.
Was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Against Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Donnie said to me, listen, he says, I'm like this with Serge Savard, who was our GM. He says, I represent Jacques Demers as our coach. And of those four teams, they have the best chance of winning the Cup this year. And as soon as he said that, I knew I was going to pick Montreal, and I thought, holy shit, I'm from Toronto. I gotta tell my family and friends. So I'll call you back.
50 goals for the Leafs. Yeah.
And I called him back, and it was just sort of meant to be. Like the difference. I felt it right away. You were just totally respected by the organization, and you can see how they're playing now, and how you feel like the organization's really helping those players. And that's what you dream of.